Hello and welcome to another Nicomedia tutorial. A few minutes ago a follower sent me this picture here and asked me if I can show how to model such a syringe here. Syringe. Yeah. And yes, so I decided I make this more than less live. So I haven't prepared anything for this tutorial. I have no plan how to make it at the moment. But I thought that I just record it and let's see what we get. And so please excuse me if I make some mistakes, some maybe stupid mistakes. I don't know what comes. But yeah, I just recorded. I just hit record and let's see how we can do this. This will maybe take a little longer than a normal tutorial, but I see some tricky parts here, like this here, to connect this cone or something with the ring here. I want to connect it here, and we could just make a ring and put it over this cone, but I want to connect these two parts here, the ring and the cone. Yeah, and then we have here a nice ring with connected with a cylinder. So let's see what we get here. And I want to make these details here, of course, too. Okay, and then last but not least, we will texture this with this used metal look here. And used glass look too. I think this is used to... It doesn't matter. So let's start. I think I start with the middle part here, so with this cone. And then I make this ring here with this whole thing. I don't know in English how this is called in English. In German it's Kolben or something else. What is called? Piston, I think. Yeah, piston. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So let's start. I will start with a cone with this thing here. So for this make a cone, I have with the sizes. I don't care much about the sizes. I make it smaller, but not small, not too small. I see it. So let's say the bottom radius 5, and the top radius, let's say 2. And a height of about 4 should work here. Okay, and then take it minus set. Okay, then I don't need height segments, I don't need caps, and I would say I don't want to use subdivision surface for... I don't know. I make here more segments for this, just for this one part here in the middle, because I want to connect this as I said, I want to connect the ring and the cone here. So let's see, I'll take 60 segments here. So I can connect them here with a ring. Okay, let's say that's fine. So I make a backup folder and make drag a copy, control drag the cone in here. As always in my tutorials, you will find every script and everything here what I use to find everything in the description of this video. And yes. Okay, so I convert this one, so just hit C on the keyboard. We don't have to optimize here something because we don't have caps and anything, so we have nothing connected, so C is okay for this. Then I go in the edge mode, UL for the loop selection, select this. Then T and Control on your keyboard and drag it up a little bit, something like that. Okay, Then E for the move tool and move it down a little bit. As I said, I don't have any idea on how big this is or something else. And it's a little hard because we don't have other pictures. I have just this one picture here, so I can't see it from the side or from the back side or from the top or something else. So I can just imagine how this would look. So the next thing is make it T for scale, control drag it down here, somewhere like this. Let's say here we make a radius of 3. Oh, not a diameter, not radius here. Okay. I don't remember this whole shape here. So if I don't watch sometimes on this picture here, it's not because I'm so clever. It's just I have the same picture open on another monitor, so I can look at it. So I don't remember everything here. So okay, that's this. And then let's go E and control drag it out a little bit. 5 centimeters too much. Something like this. But I think 3 is too small. I make it 4, so UL and shift select this one and make it here 4 centimeter. Yeah. Okay, that's for this for the moment. More. Make it UL. Now you will see how chaotic I work normally. T for scale, control drag it down, so to about, let's see, 2 or 1.5. I don't know. Let's say 2 for the moment. Okay. I want to work here with straight numbers, so I can remember it easier. Okay, this is this for the moment. Let's make this part 2, because here we see it goes here down and here it goes up again to the cylinder. Let's make this part 2. So UL on the keyboard. And then E for the move tool, and then move it something like that, 2 centimeter about. Okay. And T for scale, and just scale it up to about 160. Okay. Then E for the move tool, move it a little bit to here. So T for scale, scale it. Control drag it here just a little bit, so something like that. Oh, that's too much, so 90%. Then E for the move tool, move it to the inside a little bit, then release everything and again drag it, control drag it. You see we are out here, so just need T on your keyboard and scale it down until we don't see this anymore. And we are done here. Okay. This is our first shape. What we do now. So, I want to make here edges, of course. So I need some cuts. And I see here we have sharper edges. Here we have a very round edge. So I don't want to bevel everything the same, because this is an old syringe, an older shape, and so nothing is, I think nothing is really the same. So I just make cuts with my knife, and so it's not so exactly the same everything. So KL for a loop cut, KL on R12, R18, and on the older versions you make hit K on your keyboard and go in loop mode. And now I start to cut here. I see I forgot here one thing, and this is UL for loop selection, E, and control drag this to the inside here. Okay, UL. No, UL, don't need UL now. I need now the KL for the knife, for the loop cut. So I cut it here. As closer these edges are together, the sharper your edge will be then. So, but you can alter every time later too. So here and here. I'll make a cut here and here. And then make a cut here and here. And now we see here, and when we have here a rounder edge. So I make here no cut here. Normally I would cut here and here, but then we have a sharp edge again. So I let this cut here, and make another cut about here. So that this would this should be then a round thing. So here we want a sharp cut again, and here too. Here too, sharp cut. Okay. Okay. So that's it, I think. And if we put this now in a subdivision surface, so we select our cone and Alt click on the subdivision surface, we get this. You see, we have here. Let's go to the isopalms with NI. You can change to isopalms for the view, and you see we have here sharp cuts everywhere, and here we have a nice round cut. Okay, that's the first thing. So now we try to make this ring thing here. Okay, how do I do this? First, I think I make a tube. I think it's a tube it would be. Okay, so take a tube. It's a little too big. Just a little too. Oof, let's say the outer radius with about 4. Oh, let's start with the inner radius 3.5 and outer radius 4. Yeah, the height, I try 1 centimeter here for the moment. Here the height 1 centimeter. And let's see where we are with this move tool, and move it to over here about. Let's say that we have this edge on this edge here. It hasn't to be so exact, and I want it not maybe. Let's see that it's down here a little bit, so let's make it like this, something like this. But I will rotate this a little bit, so that I have this edge here, and that should work. Let's see how we can connect these two parts. This will be funny. Deactivate the subdivision surface here. Yeah, of course I said I don't want to use subdivision surface for this. Of course I use it for the edges, but I need these segments here because I want to connect this with this here. So I'm in the isopalms here, so NH for wireframe. I want to connect here somehow. And how can we do this? So I need the tube a little bigger. Here I go to my cone, go to the point mode, and I select this point here and this point just to see how high we here. So In the y-axis we have a size of 121, so I copy this, Control C, as I selected and control it, and this is the height for my tube. V, Control V for to this. Now I'm here exactly, I have the same height. This is good so far. What's next? I want to get rid of these few polygons here where I want to connect. So I go again to my cone in the point mode and I select just this one point here and delete this. So that's okay. Now I want 2 cuts here. Then we have here 1, 2, 3 points, and I want here 1, 2, 3 points. So I'll show you what I mean. First I make a copy of this tube and drag it in the backup folder. So Control drag it in the backup folder. And now I make it editable. And here for this, now we have caps, so I use my edit optimize script here. It's not my script, but the script I use every time. Okay. And if you don't know this edit optimize script, please watch my tutorials before. I explain it every time, and now I think it's okay if I don't explain it anymore. So now I make loop cuts, KL. I make a loop cut here and here about. Now I have here 1, 2, 3 points, and I have here 3 points. The next thing I need here in the middle, I need points. I want to connect here, so I need here a loop cut, but I want it exactly in the middle, so I make UB for ring selection in edge mode. Go to here, and here I can simply press MM. So, but I do it on the inside too, so we have the same, and I select the inside ring too. And now hit MM, and we get exactly in the middle of this, we get a new cut, a new edge. Okay. So then we want to get rid of these polygons here, so I just of this one, so I go in the point mode and delete this point here. And now I have just to connect this point with this point, this point with this point, this point with this point. That should work. So for this we have to connect these two objects, of course. We have to make one object out of these two. So I go to here and select both the cone and the tube, right click, connect and delete. So now we have, I named this the middle part. Okay, now we can connect them. Let's see how we do this best. I for a path selection in edge mode. I select this here. Just drag along the path, and if you want to add a selection, hold the shift key. If you want to subtract, hold the control key, but I want to add here the selection. This, oops. I see I cannot go close enough sometimes. You see this, this we can change with, I show you, with Control D you go into project settings and you have here the view clipping. If you have problems to come close enough, go from medium to small here. And now you can go much closer, you see. Okay, I selected these edges and now shift select some more. I hope this works with stitch and sew, then I want to stitch and sew that. This. Okay. And now I have selected everything. I saw this edges around. Right click, stitch and sew, and go just from this point to this point. And that doesn't work. Try it with shift. No. I don't know. Okay, so we have to, it's not so easy, so we have to make it manually. It's no problem. we are. For this, select this point and this point. Then MQ for weld, for the weld tool, and weld these points together. Then again live selection, MQ, and weld these points together. With the space bar you can toggle between the last used tools, the last two tools. So I have here now the weld tool. If I had hit the spacebar, I am in the live selection, and again spacebar, weld tool, spacebar, live selection. So you can easy toggle between him and spacebar, and I'm in the weld tool. Okay, and now I need this point with this point. Spacebar for the weld tool. Okay. This and this, spacebar, okay. Now I need this point and this point, spacebar, oops, and these 2 points here, and these 2 points, and we are connected everywhere. This is it. It wasn't really hard work. And now let's try the subdivision surface here. Let's see if we are welded. Yeah, we are together. That looks like welded. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's it what I want. But I don't want it so smooth. I want it a little harder. For this we need a loop around this everything here. First what I want to do is I want to make here and a cut in the middle. So UB for a ring selection in edge mode. I select these rings and these rings. MM. So okay, that doesn't really matter. Here we can make a little cosmetic here. With the point mode MO for the slide tool. So slide the points here, so something like that. That's not really necessary, but okay, good. And now here I want sharper edges, so I have to cut K for a line cut in R12, in R18, and K in line mode in earlier versions. And now we can. Okay, now I this was my walkie-talkie. Sorry for this, but I have a walkie-talkie with my parents, and they, if they want something or ask me something, so this was or I forgot to shut it down, but doesn't matter. So yes, yeah, now I have to here back again. So with this, I make a cut from here to here to here. Then I want to go about here and here. Okay, here, just around this. This is with the new cut tool. You see that it doesn't work sometimes. It has not cut anywhere. Let's try another thing. I dissolve this with MN. Maybe we can make this a little other. for path selection, and I select everything here around. Don't know if this works, but we will see it. Okay. Okay, and now what can I do now? Is T for no, I could try with MO, a slide tool, and hold the control key. Yeah, that works. Slide it up, and now I have around this everywhere an edge. That works great. Let's see if this works with the subdivision surface too. That's great. Yeah. Okay, I learned something new. I hope you too. We are nice connected here. That's great. So I don't want to have this here, this edges. So I go to the UM for the path selection again. Oops. MO for slide tool. Slide it about in the middle here. The same I do here. Slide it in the middle. And that looks perfect. That looks really perfect. That's a nice trick with the slide tool and the control key. Okay. And now we have what we want. So then let's continue with save it for the moment. So syringe. Okay. Okay, so what can we do now? We can continue with this thing here, I would say. As I said, I don't do it one-to-one, I do it for my things, but because we are now connected everywhere, that's great. We have it a little easier, this whole thing. So I take the edge mode, then I copy this middle part for the moment and hide this original one. Then what can I do? No, I go in polygon mode and select these polygons here. Okay. Oh no, first I make another thing here on the original one. Delete this. I want to go down here. Let's make these things here. Go to the original one, polygon mode. I need it exactly in the half, where this is, the middle ones are this here. But what I would want to do now is I cut it in the half and work with a symmetry object, so we have to do the whole thing just on one side. And okay, let's cut this in half. Point mode. And yeah, go to the rectangle selection. Only select visible area bands, no. And let's go this and delete this. So now we should have just half of our object. That's okay. So now we go to our middle thing here and go to the symmetry object. Alt click on the symmetry and we have our object. Very nice. Nice. So, and now I go to the polygon object, live selection, and I want to select, I want to see where is it's just to see where I can. This is the middle here, okay. I take this one, then this and this. It should be okay. And drag it out. Or something like that. Here we are on the wrong camera. Let's go to the left camera. Just want to see how far I can go here. Yeah, that should be okay. Or maybe a little longer. Okay. Then let's make a cut here. A KL for a loop cut. Make a loop cut here. This is just for the subdivision surface. Yeah, that's okay. And now I copy my middle part here. Control drag it out. Hide the original one. And go in the polygon mode, in the live selection. Live selection, by the way, is 9 on your keyboard, the number 9. And the rectangle selection is number 0, so 0. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I forgot one. And I split this. So right click and split. And now I can delete this copied one from before. And I have this thing here. And here, now I go in the edge mode and make a loop selection, UL. Okay, for this we need the loop selection here. Okay. And now T for scale. T for scaled one to, let's try it. T for scale. Control drag it. Okay, that doesn't work. So let's make D for extrusion. Okay, and now in the code something like this. Hold your shift key and drag it. And you see we get 90 degrees. We go to 90 degrees. We can put it in here, 90 degrees. Okay. This is almost what I want, but we have to clean up, of course, here. We have to clean up a lot here, see. Is there another way to make this thing? Because we could, I'll show you what I mean. When I just select everything, here Control A, and extrude it, D for extrusion, this would be extrude my thing, but it's the same like before. We have here this whole thing here, this unbeautiful, these ugly edges, and it is, and we can hard clean this up. So, but I want to clean this up because I want to use it then in a subdivision surface. So again, I go to my edge mode, T for scale, D for extrusion, and do the same again. So I just hit apply here. Okay, and now I just clean this up a little bit. I go in point mode and take these 3 points here. MQ for weld. Go to this point and weld this together. You see that's not so really hard work. These 3 points welded together, and the first thing is cleaned up. And here we have triangles, but we get rid of them. We can get rid of them now too. So go into edge mode, select these edges here. Normally I just have to go rid of these edges, MN for dissolve, and normally it should be okay when I make a line cut here and the line cut here. That's okay. And the same I do down here. MN for dissolve. MN, I think in earlier versions of, it does not exist MN, so you can go just right click and take here dissolve, and a line cut from here to here, and a line cut from here to here. Oops. And why does it cut? I hate this new cut tool in R18. Yeah, why don't you cut here? Where is the problem? There is just one polygon, so okay, I select it and say only KK for the line cut, and go to restrict the selection. Maybe it works then. No. Why does it cut? Let's go optimize. But this can't be so. This is so. I know what to do, of course. So, dissolve this. MN. Okay. Then I go to my. Go up here. I go to my KJ for plane cut. Go in the free mode is okay here, and just drag it to here. So now it should work, of course. Okay. So if you have the same problem, you can do it with the plane cut too. So, but in the older versions you won't have this problem. This is just in the R18 that's okay. Sorry for this. And now we just have to clean up here a lot. Go to the point mode, take this point and this point, MQ for weld, and weld this together. Okay, this should be okay for me here, but now this is, we have a triangle here, and I don't want to have a triangle. But I want this shape. Let's see if we will fix this later. So what we can do is so go in it. You see, when I work like this, if I have nothing prepared, I'm sometimes a little MN. So, and now I try to cut from here to here. Okay, from here to here. Okay. Oh, I've been there. I don't need this. I have here my cards already. Here I have a mistake. MN. I have, yeah, KK. I need just this card here. That's it. Okay. So we are cleaned up here. Yes. And now, of course, I have to close this hole here. And this I will do with the bridge tool. So B for the bridge tool. I'm in the edge mode here. Bridge it down to here. Later on we will cut it here and connect the points on the side here. But for the moment we just bridge it. Select one edge and drag it to the other edge. That's the bridge tool. And the bridge tool sometimes works much better than the polygon pen. So I prefer here the bridge tool. You see, that's not really a lot to do. It's works quite fast. So whoop, doo, 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 doo. Doo, doo. Ready. So, and now I select the edges here. So these ones, and no, not this one. I need this inner one here, the new edge I need. So do 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 do. Yeah, I want the inner one. Okay. Then MM. You know it meanwhile, to cut the edges, MM. And now I have just to watch that we have here. We connect these points here. Here it looks like they are already connected when I go over it, but you see I have don't see the one point selected, but that's not true. They are not connected. I know this because you will see it. We have here now a second point. What I do is I go to my live selection. So here, go to only select visible elements. No. Now I go over this, and now I see I have 2 points selected here. And when I go now to optimize, whoops, now it's 1 point. Optimize, I have it here, my toolbar, the optimize, you can find it here too, the right click. And if you want to see this HUD here, you can do this with Shift V on the keyboard for the viewport settings, and here under HUD you can select what you want to see. Here I have selected points, selected edges, and selected polygons. Okay, this is this one here, and on the other side this one here. Here we see they are not connected, so take these two, and here I welded MQ and go to this point, and that's it. Okay. Next thing what I want here is a UB for ring selection, and select this. I need it, but I need it in the edge mode. These rings, and MM again. So, and yeah. Or I want 2 cuts here again. I don't want just 1 cut. I want 2, so I go back, Control Z. Go MF for the edge cut, MF. And here I can take 2 cuts, no n-gons, and apply. Now I have 2 cuts here. That's better for my subdivision surface, so I have a little harder edges. Okay, and now let's make a null object, because for our subdivision surface because everything what I put in this null object will be will work with the subdivision surface. So I put everything in my, let's call this detail. See this? So, and now if I make the subdivision, see everything works with the subdivision. And here you see now we are wonderful, we are totally on the edge. And that looks, of course, this looks great. And so it's worth to clean up a little bit and do this. You are happy when you see the result, and so take your time and make it clear, and then you come out with really great result like this. So so we see it with the other bumps. We see what a great mesh we have here. No triangles, no nothing, no n-gons, no triangles. Everything is quad, and we are connected here nice. So I am really happy with this. Only thing I want to do is here with the details, and point mode and rectangle selection. So now on the keyboard, take these points and just drag it a little up here. So yeah. Okay. What I want now is to make some, like we have here, rivets, yeah, rivets. And let's make some of them. And for this, I want 3 here. Then let's say 3 here, 2 here, and 1 here. Yeah, that's it. Let's start here. So we have here a cut. I can use this 1 point, and I need 2 more. So I make a first. Deselect everything. Then I go in the edge mode, KL for a loop cut, and make a loop cut somewhere like here and somewhere like here. So we have 3 points. Now I go in point mode and I select these 3 points here. MS for a bevel and drag it out here, something like this. I want 1 subdivision here, and I don't want a star, I want a circle, so I go with the depth to -100%. Okay, that's good so far. Now, what I want now is the edge selection with UB for ring selection. I select this, hold shift key, select this, and the last one I don't need. I wouldn't need these 2, so I control click here. I would need just here an edge and cut, and here a cut. So now I'm MM on the keyboard. We have a new cut. Okay, and you will see in a second why we need this. First I select this and points and delete them. Now I need a line cut. Okay, and I want, these are polygons, so and I want, so n-gons, these are n-gons, I want quads, of course, so this is the reason I did this. I go here to single line. I don't have to press every time escape. Okay. As I said, this is a little work, but it's worth the time you need for a nice result. And you are happy when people ask you, hey, how did you do this? It looks great. So, UL for loop selection, I select, I need the edge mode. loop select this, this and this. D for extrude, and extrude it, let's say something like that. Okay, yeah, that's okay. And then close the polygon hole. Yeah, why not? MD for close polygon hole, or right click and close polygon hole. Okay. Now I take the line cut and cut here, here, so I get my quads again. Okay. Now I go to the polygon mode, select these polygons. Oops. I'm in here and only select visible events. Nope. So I want just select visible. Inner extrude a little bit, something like that, to get a nice edge here with the subdivision surface. Then or here we can use another thing. We can do everything together. UL in edge mode. Okay, this. Whoops. Okay, we take this, this, and this. MS for bevel. Bevel it just a little bit. But now we are. You see the mistake, we are on -100, so here we have to go to +100. And I want solid cut. So here I have a nice cut, but this is too big. I want sharper. Okay. How does this look with the subdivision surface? It looks great, as we expected it, huh? But I want a little more detail, so I want to make a cut here in between and make it smaller so we get a little more detail. You don't have to do this, of course, but for me. UB for ring selection, select this, this and this. MM. And UL, take this one. T for scale, and scale this down a lot, about 90%. Same here. Scale this down 90%. If you double click on this from one edge, you get a loop selection, but it does not work every time. It does not work everywhere. But you can try it. So, and now, yeah, that's exactly what I want. So we can catch some nice reflections on this part. Okay, next make this here and here and here too. So if you know now how it works, you can fast forward. There's no problem. So, but UB for ring selection. Here I make say MM for one. And another MM, so now I have 3 points here. Go to the points, whoop, whoop, whoop. MS for bevel, bevel it out with here and minus. Okay, but I want to make this bigger and this bigger, so that we are almost the same. We have almost the same spaces here in between. For this, I go to UL. At first, I delete the points here in the middle. Then we can use the UL. Okay, now UL. Yep, boundary edges. So T for scale. It's here that the scale tool is not really aligned, but that doesn't matter here. So something like that. Here again, you see here the double click does not work. So UL, T, and scale it up, something like that. Okay. Then UL here and here. D for extrusion, we have the settings from before, so just hit apply. Okay. Close the polygon holes, MD. Then UL and select this, this, and this. Oops, nope. Ah, come on. Sometimes it makes you a little angry, but what else? MS. We had 0.1 before, so no, not 0.1, 0.01, huh? Yes, and the other direction, and solid. Okay. Here we forgot one. UL, MS. Okay. And what I forgot, I want to have quads here in the middle. KK for line cut. We don't start to be lazy, so make it correct. It would work without these cuts too, but the mesh wouldn't look so beautiful. Okay, and UB for a ring selection here, here, and here. MM, UL for a loop selection here. T for scale, scale it down about 90%. Again, here the same. And here the same. Okay, done. And control, if everything looks okay. Nope, we forgot one. You see, this is we forgot the thing. What we forgot is to connect these edges here. So let's do this. Normally we should do this before we bevel. And will I do? No, that's not so necessary. So go to the details, go to mode. I need UB for ring selection. I need a ring selection here and here. Yes, MM. Okay. Now let's make here 1, 2. So MM. Yeah. And K for line cut, and cut from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. Here I see. Take MA for the polygon pen and drag it to here. Here is everything okay. So here to here. Okay. And now the control look. Yeah, that looks better. And that looks correct. Okay. Let's make 2 of them here. UB. As I said, this could take a little longer, this tutorial, but what else, we have time. It's Sunday. So MF, I need just 2 cuts and not 3, so MF for the edge cut here, 2 cuts, no polygons, okay. And whoops, MS for barrel in the other direction, whoopsie. Okay, delete these points here, make this one a little bigger, UL. In the edge mode, so okay, T for scale and scale it a little up. Okay, UL to loop select this too, D for extrude, we have this from before, apply, okay, then close the polygon hole with MD, make the cuts, okay. And now we need, I need here just one ring selection here, UB for a ring selection in edge mode, and MM, so connect the, cut the edges here for our quads. Oop. This is what we forgot before. Okay. And here. Oops, and save. Don't forget to save from time to time. UL in edge mode is okay. Not with this one, so here and here. Here and here. MS, beveling, nur 0.01, we know it meanwhile, buck, wrong direction, and solid. Then UB for the ring selection, here and here, MM to cut the edge, UL to select the edge, and the first one, T for scale, scale it up to 90%, the same here, scale it down to 90%, and we are done, and we need our control look, and everything looks nice here. And now we make just one here, one big one, and we are done. So here the point mode, MS for barrel. Oops, then wrong direction, we know it. Oops, bye bye. KK for the line cut. And then UL. I want this, so D for extrude, apply, MD for our polygon close, KK, then UL here and MS with 0.1, whoopsie, and this one, UB, MM, UL for loop selection, T for scale, and scale it down to 90%. And have a look what we get. That's fine, okay. But what I saw is with this, we have problem with the font tag is maybe a little too high. How big is the phone tag here? 40. Let's go to 20. Here's 22. So okay. Again, everything looks nice, smooth. Yeah, but because of the phone tag, now we have this phone breaking. That doesn't help, but we are in the editor mode, so let's go to the subdivision and go up with the editor subdivisions. Now we see it is wonderful. Everything fits perfectly, and yeah, what we see, this detail, we don't have it on the other side. No problem. Make here another null object, or you can go to the middle and Alt G for null object, so, and put in the details, and we have it on the other side too. Save it. So now let's continue. For this one we need an hour, huh? Yeah, but it's this details, this small things, they need time, but I recommend take this time, you will be happy. I'm so glad that this works so nice. Okay, next thing, let's make this ring here, so this piston, this whole thing here. Here we want to connect the cylinder with a tube again, I would say. Okay, why not? First thing with the tube was, what had we had here? The tube was 3.5 inner and 4 outer radius, as I remember. Oh, don't we have it? Here, just copy it out. We were so clever and made a backup. Save it, and here the tube I want to reset to PSR, so it's exactly in the middle here. Reset PSR. I have it here in my toolbar. You can press Shift V, I think, no Shift C is it, and here give in PSR. You have reset PSR here. Double click it, it does the same. Or you have it under the character things, commands, reset PSR. Okay. Whippy, so E and put it up, so somewhere like here. NH for the wireframe. And here I don't need as many segments. I need here 8 is more than enough here, I would say. So what do I need more now? I need a cylinder. Let's see, in plus set. Scale it a little down, maybe T for the scale. E, move it up here, so somewhere. I want it a little bigger than the ring is here, so and I don't need as many segments too. Here 8 is enough too. Make this, scale it down like until we come with this edge to this edge, so maybe about this. Okay, then of course we don't need it. So here I need 2 height segments for this edge and this edge. So here, so 3 in this case. Yeah, that's it for this. With this we should be able to work. we need on our tube, we need here a cut, so make here in the height segments 2, so okay, and we need a cut here, no, here, yes, for later, but this we can do later too. So we have here a thickness of the tube from 0.5, so because you see we have 3.5 and 4, so 0.5 difference. Let's make a copy and drag a copy in the backup folder of the cylinder. Then we convert our cylinder with edit optimize script. Now UL, I take this and this, and in the z-axis, I need this 0.5 thickness. So I take this and take this here, 0.5. So now I drag this here in the middle, so somewhere like this. You see it's almost so it could be connected. Okay. Now let's convert the tube too. So okay. Let's hide the tube for a moment. Go to the cylinder, edge mode. Take this edge and delete it. So because here we want to connect with the tube. And the tube, we have to cut the tube now. Let's go to the front mode. Let's hide this whole thing here for the moment. KL for loop cut, or K in loop mode for earlier versions. And cut it here. I want to be on this edge here about. It's not, it has not been exact, but somewhere like there. Okay. Now I want to select these edges. MO for a slide tool. And slide it to about here. Okay, same for this one. Okay, hide my cylinder here. Then point mode, UL, select these points and delete them. So now we have this, and now we have just to connect this and this. But let's see. Go to the cylinder and go to, so that we are here on the edges. As I said, this has not to be exactly. Now connect these two objects. So select both, right click, connect and delete. Connect and delete. I name this piston. And save it. Now here the stitch and use should work normally. So UL for loop selection, go to the boundary edges, select this one and this one, and here in the north, so right click and stitch and sew with MP, go from one edge to the other here. You see, now we are connected. Here we do the same, UL for the loop selection and MP for stitch and sew, and we are connected. That's it. And if we put this in our subdivision surface here, we get something like this. But I want to have sharper edges here, as we see it in the original picture here. It looks sharper, of course. So let's make just some cuts. some loop cuts. So KL for loop cut, or K in loop mode. Make a cut here. And cut here. Then a cut here. Here a cut, there a cut, everywhere a cut, cut. Okay, here we come out with the piston, but here we stop. So I want quads here. I go to my point mode, MS for bevel. Bevel this up a little bit with no subdivisions, and yeah, that's it. And KK for the line cut, or K in line mode, and make our quads here. So that's it. That should look okay. Yeah, that looks more than okay. NI for the isopalms, you see, wonderful mesh. And here we come out with the piston. Okay, we have now what we want. Does this look okay here too? Yeah, that looks great. Continue. So go in the point mode. MS for bevel. Bevel this out a little bit. And delete this polygon here in the middle. So, how big have we been here? This is a very big hole, but we need the piston. How does this look? It's almost just a little bit. Okay. Means UL in edge mode. T for scale, and scale this up to about here. Yeah, something like this. And I scale it a little down, and now control drag it a little down. So I have this edges here for a sharper edge. E for the move tool. No, not now for the move tool. I want to make it good size. Make it 1.5. 1.5. 1.5. Okay, that's okay. I go to my slide tool, MO, double click this and slide this a little to something like that. Okay. UL E for the move tool, control drag it a little bit for a sharp edge here. Later on we cut these edges again, so but it's just for the beginning here. Okay, something like that. Then it starts to get a little bigger, as I remember here. Yeah, and I'm going to do this big one here. T for scale, control drag it up. Let's say to about 200%. E, control drag. T, control drag, and here we again just drag it a little bit inside, and then we go to 1.5, so we have for sure the same as here. Okay, now we know this should be 1.52 here, so this is in radius. Let's make this. Go to our middle here, but we will get a little problem because do we need the symmetry object anymore? No, we don't need it anymore. Okay, so I put the whole symmetry object and control drag it in my backup folder. Maybe we need it and save the whole project, Control S. Okay, and now I go to the symmetry object and say, hit just C on the keyboard to convert it, C. Now I have my middle one here. drag it under the null, and I have my details here. I can delete this. And under the middle one, now I can easily change the radius here. UL, bang bang, this, and this inside here, check. And now we know we need 1.5 here. Okay. Then UL this one, MO for a slide tool, and make this sharper here. Okay, save it, Control S. I always, so every minute it's like a reflex for me. It's Control S, that this saving, that is. But don't forget to save. That's okay. Now we are here again. E for the move tool, and now we can move this down here. Oops. Save. Now I make some cuts here for the KL. So I cut here, cut here. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, because as I said, this is an old part, so I'm sure there is not everything the same. Okay, that should work. Here we can make this even little smaller because of the subdivision surface. So I go to my middle here, edge mode, it's UL, so take this one, hide this one, take this one, come back, and now T for scale. And I just want to scale in 2 directions. I just want to scale in Y and X and not in Z direction. So I go to my Z axis, is the blue one, hold the shift key, and now you see the other 2 ones get active. So, and do it something like this. Okay. That's it for this one. This is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. What we need now is just this. Now we need this cylinder. We need the top here and the needle. Okay. Why not? I think about to make 2 parts of this tutorial, but no, maybe I make the modeling part I make ready and make another tutorial for the texture part. I will see how I do. Let's make it. So, yeah, as I said, we need the cylinder here. Let's make a cylinder. Plus Z. T for scale, and scale it up, down, like until we fit inside here. Okay. Do we want this with subdivision surface or not? Yeah, why not? Let's make it 8 segments, enough. No caps. And now let's see if we put this in the subdivision surface. Now we see how big we want it. T for scale. And scale it to here. Okay. So E for the move tool, and so it should look like. Okay. Let's press C on the keyboard to convert this one. point mode, null for the rectangle selection, and drag it down here. How big is this? Okay, a little bigger. Let's see how big we are, how long we are here. We have 24, going to 25. Okay. This piston thing is a little too long. Let's make this cylinder for the moment. Make it, give it out, take it in a own subdivision surface just for the moment. 3. And because I want to make these two parts X-ray so I can see through. If I have this in X-ray and put it under this one, it won't work because the subdivision surface is not X-ray. You see, if, when I disable it, it's okay. But for the moment, we let it here. It's okay. Go to the piston part here and put it up. Because I go up with this, because we need these 3 things here too. But this I will make a little later. Yeah, what do I do now? Or why later? Make it now. First I go to my thing here, go to the edge mode, and alright, I select everything. So select the cylinder here, Control A, select everything. D for extrusion, and extrude it a little inner. Something like 0.2 is okay. To give the glass a little thickness. And you see, we need here something. This is create caps. Okay. And let's make 2 subdivisions for the subdivision surface. Let's see what we get. That's okay. Wonderful. So let's make these things on the piston here. Now I don't want to have this in X-ray for the moment. Piston Control, click on the edge mode so it converts the point selection to the edge selection. Then T for scale, and Control, drag this out. It looks funny for the moment, but I just want to see how far I have to go. So how big this should be. I see the orange edge, so I want it inside of the. That's okay. Now I can deactivate the subdivision surface, and I can hide this for the moment. So E for the move tool, just a little bit, so that's in 0.1. Then maybe a little thicker. Or how thick looks this? It looks very thin, so it should be okay like this, and maybe a little. But no, 0.1 was okay. So T for scale. First I want to see how big we are here, so UL for loop selection, and the radius is 1426, so I copy this, select it, and Control C. Go to the here, T, Control, drag it down, and now Control V, whoops. E, Control, drag it out. 0.5, something like this. Then we need this one. Copy it. Control. T for scale control drag. Control V, whoopsie. But I want to make this 1, 2, 3 as 3 loop selections. Let's make this 1.4 so we can remember this easier. So now I have just this in my clipboard, so it's this diameter. So E for the move tool, control drag it about 0.5 with that. Okay, so T, control drag. Oops, why is this? Because we forgot to deselect here. UL E about 0.1, yes. T, control drag inner, you set 0.4, 1.4. E for the move tool, about 5.5. So T, drag out, control drag, V here, control V for the thing here, and again E, control drag, 0.1 again, and close this polygon hole. No, first go down a little bit and then close this polygon hole. MD for close polygon hole, MD. And KK for you see it's the next thing with the new cut tool. You see what this does? The knife tool, this is horrible. It's really not a good one. I take this point and this point, MM. So I have this cut here. MM. Okay. So that's it for this ones. Make everything a subdivision surface. We need here, of course we need some cuts now. This I forgot. But here we can work with the bevel tool here. So UL for loop selection, go to our piston in edge mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to hold Shift key to add the selection. Okay. MS. Just a little bit, something like that. We are in the wrong direction. We have, what do we have here? Oh, but don't need, I want it solid, that's the reason. So, okay. Here we are, okay. Maybe it's a little too much offset. 3. Okay. And now this should look okay. Yes, this is what we want. This is exactly what we want. Save. Okay, next thing is the top part here. So this one here. Okay, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4. Here a little rounder edge, then with a sharp, then again sharp, then here a little rounder, sharper. Okay. As I said, I have this picture on another monitor open, so I can watch what I do. So let's start. I take this. I don't need this cylinder. We already have. We have here a cylinder from before. Copy it out here. Yeah. No, this is the cylinder from here. Then this I don't need. It doesn't matter. Make another cylinder. I can't use this cylinder because I want a cylinder without a hull. But why not? I can use this one. Okay. Because I go in the solar mode. I have here Magic Solar. You will find the link in the description. Windows. I said Windows. Cinema has its own solar mode, but I don't like this really, so I take this solar mode. What this does, it shows me just this one object. So UL, these points and these points, the same I do on the other side, and so I can delete the hull. So I don't want it extra here, so, and go back from the solar mode. So drag this down here. I center the axis here, so for this I have the magic center. Then T for scale, and scale it down a little bit. And here I have to go bigger. T for scale, and I want to scale just, but here it doesn't matter, it can scale in every direction. This doesn't matter. Just make it bigger. Okay. Then UL T for scale and control drag it down until so that we don't intersect. Okay. E for move tool, control drag, and that's enough. This is okay. And later we make like this. We can do now KL for loop cut and make some cuts here for our edges. Hide this one for the moment. Okay. Now UL, and let's continue from here. Yes, so it looks something like that. Then T for scale, control drag it down a little bit here. So I do it just by I. I see it on my other monitor and do it just by E and drag it out. T for scale, scale it, control, drag it down. E, control, drag it. Then T, control, drag it, and this is this little rounder thing here now. The E, and make it like this. Maybe. Okay. Maybe a little smaller. Then control drag out, something like this. T, control drag. That's as I said, I just make it by. It's nothing special. T, small here. We come to the needle almost to the needle. Then E, control drag, T, control drag, and E. Now I go back here, and this is the opening for our needle then. So, and here now I make some cuts. This will be a rounder thing, this will be sharper. So KL, loop cut, or K in loop mode. Okay, here is the rounder one. Make it something like that. If you do that often with this cutting and with these edges, you get a feeling for it, that you can imagine how it will look. But sometimes you're quite surprised about the result too. Okay, let's see how this looks in subdivision surface. I'll call this top and put it in the subdivision surface here. And see, we have nice rounding here, sharp roundings here. Everything looks like it should. So I can, meanwhile, can put this cylinder in this subdivision surface too here. We don't have to see through. Save it, and let's see if this looks like the original picture. Yeah, we have this round edge, and every other thing is quiet. Yeah, that's it. And now what we need is just the needle. For the needle, surprise, surprise, we will take a cylinder. Save and take a cylinder. Do plus Z, and I don't know, something like that. Oh, almost fits perfect. So needle, ten is it looks I'm not really a big fan of of needles. So here it again 8 is enough. Put it in the subdivision surface so we see it, and go up with the radius now. With the radius, if you hold your Alt key, you get smaller increments here. It's too much, okay, 15, 16, 17, yep. Okay. Nice. And now we need this tip of the needle. So let's go in this side view. First, let's convert the needle. We don't need caps here. So we don't need an optimize, just hit C on the keyboard. And here I go to, you can in the old versions you can make just a line cut KK and visible and deactivate visible only. In the new version I used KJ for the plain cut and take this free here, so I can make just a cut like this here and say okay. and UL in point mode. Select this and delete them, and I have this tip here. UL in edge mode, and select this. T for scale, control, hold your control key and control drag it a little like the inner side. And E for the move tool and control drag it to the inside. So here we have this now. See, everything is okay. What I do now is I make some cuts to have sharp edges. So KL for loop cut. Okay, that should work. Yeah, that works perfect. And our syringe is ready after long time. Save it. Okay. Here is everything. Let's see if I forgot something, but I don't think so. We've done everything. Yeah, we are. And it looks great, as I think. Save it. And now let's think about if we texture it now. The texture would come to 3 hours. That's a long thing. No, I think I will make the texture in the next part, I think. Yeah. Because it would be too long to upload and everything. Because the Vimeo and YouTube are not really fast with encoding and something else. Let's stay for this. It's for a while. Maybe I record the texture thing today too. I don't promise it, but we have this one, and I think we have a really nice result. And and that's it. I do it very soon. The texture part I do very soon. But you can try in the meantime. You can try texture it by your own. Maybe you show me your results. I would be happy if I see it. Of course, I give you this project file, and you will find everything in the description of the video, as I said. And yeah, so I see you soon, hopefully, with the texture part. And yes, that's it for today. Have a nice Sunday. And no, it's not for the day. Maybe, as I said, I'm quite sure I recorded the texture part too today. So, but this is for part 1, and I hope you liked it. And so we see us in the next part, hopefully, and have a nice Sunday and everything, Yeah, it's everything. Have everything you wish. So, good. See you later, hopefully. Bye bye. Tschüss und Baba.